Interest rate volatility and rising mortgage rates have been a hot topic these last few months, and buyers can feel paralyzed, stuck between the desire to buy a home and the fear of overpaying. So this month, we've invited the top mortgage lender in the state of Tennessee to answer some questions, give frightened buyers some hope, and clear up the confusion. Welcome, Carey Sear.
Hey, I'm Carey with CMG Financial and my mortgage team.
We are so excited to talk to you and understand how long you've been doing this, what got you into the industry, kind of fill us in on where you're from.
Yeah, I actually grew up in New England, small town in New Hampshire, moved to Nashville to pursue music, and I was working at a restaurant and trying to serve, bartend, and try to make it big. And so I was talking with a manager once, and he said, hey, do you know anything about the mortgage business? And I said, no. And he said, well, my wife is teaching some classes on a Saturday. Would you be interested in learning? And I said, absolutely. And that's kind of how I got it started in the business. I started at the bottom, and then having that kind of background with music on stage, I was like, maybe this sales thing, maybe this, serve the community thing, maybe more up my speed. And I've been doing this business now for 23 years.
Our clients are just so busy and so overwhelmed, and you and your team just kind of ease that mental noise and make things a lot simpler for them so they can kind of enjoy this whole craziness. So tell me how you do that.
We're only as good as the people we surround ourselves with. So I'm really blessed to have, I think, some of the best in the business working closely together. Back 10 years ago, actually, I opened in CMG Financial, brought them from California here. And so now there's 4 other sales folks and myself, and we call ourselves Carey and my mortgage team, like Benny and the Jets, type of thing. There's so much talk that getting a home mortgage is frustrating. It's just not going to be fun, right? And I think what you and I do really, really well is we think 2 steps ahead, right? Yep. We always have to be looking at the finish line and how do we back into that and make that as smooth as possible for the consumer and the client. And so somebody that's moving up or down or an investor, there's a process, and really focus on getting docs approved early, getting docs to the closing table early, funding early, and then cheering and celebrating after they close.
For the buyers that are totally freaked out by the interest rate environment, can you give us some options that they can be thinking about that might help them out?
Yeah, for years we had interest rates that were under 3%, right? And then it was kind of stable at 3.25% for so long. So these interest rates, that are tapping over 6%, it is like scary, right? Also, the prices of homes have gone up. So how do we navigate through creating that comfort and confidence for buyers? And remember, rates are based upon types of programs, the credit score, and the loan to value, right? So depending upon where all that falls.
And really, a lot of our buyers are in those intermediate steps in their life where they may not need a full 10 years in a home.
Right.
Like they're just waiting till the kids graduate.
At the end of the day, being fearful on interest rates doesn't make you and I any more money, right? Being able to purchase real estate and holding on to that as long as we can while creating comfort, with these lending tools. I think the situation is so many just assume that the 30-year amortized loan is the way to go because we've been talking about it since the Great Depression. There's other options, that may be able to create comfort in the short term, because what goes up does have to come down. And so, rates have increased, but rumor has it they're going to come down. We don't know when yet, but they're going to slowly make their moves.
So really utilizing you guys and leaning on your team to help understand kind of the menu of options, so we're not just like cornered into one scary spot. So is there someone that you think everybody should know about?
So my word of mouth Nashville is bosscathome.com. They are a company that focuses on renovations and simplifying that, whether you're a buyer, seller, and somebody that currently owns a home. What's great about them is if you are a seller, you could do all the repairs and then have it paid at time of close, which I think is a win. If you were a buyer and you want a few extra little things done, because sometimes right now we're buying homes that you maybe need a little extra TLC, and you're like, oh, where do I start, right? But if you just need this or that done, they're a great company that we work closely with.
And in a land where you're, as a buyer, juggling so many things, and it's such a big undertaking, having someone like you and them to wrap it all up is great.
It's a win.
Most importantly, what is the best way for everyone to contact you?
Be able to get approved for a new home mortgage, they can go directly to our website if they would like and get started. We do approvals 7 days a week, which is a win. So it's going to be mymortgageteamsite.com, or they can call our office. It's really a great, easy phone number. It's 615-456-4456.
Carey Ann, you are always a great time and just such a trusted resource for us. So I really want to thank you for being here.
Oh, well, thank you for having me, Michelle.
Awesome.